Okay, good morning. It's Sunday, the 3rd, I think, and 4th, I'm sorry, and we are heading to Mammoth today, so we're just at the RV to get hooked up. It's really filthy. I think I'm going to take it for a quick rinse before we get on the road. Okay, we are locked in. Put the pin in there. Now I've got the electrical to hook up in the bed. And the breakaway safety right here. Okay, it's quite nice that our storage facility's got a hose, so I can just pull up here and give her a quick rinse before we get going. There we go, Sunday morning. LA roads are nice and empty. Okay, we are in the Mojave Desert. We've been going about an hour and 15 minutes. We'll be in Mojave and we'll stop refill for diesel there. But you can see we're like middle of nowhere.
Wonder it's windy.
Yeah. Okay, we're coming into Red Rock Canyon. If this is your first time up 395, I would suggest you stop here, go to the visitor center, and look around. It's the craziest set of sandstone you'll ever see. So we'll come up through here and we'll see on the left and right all these sandstone formations. That's the Sierras back there, and that's Mount Whitney, the Keelan Needle. Some of the other needles over there, so that's the highest mountain in the lower 48. Okay, coming into Lone Pine. A lot of history here, a lot of Western movies, old Western stuff. So your first time up this way, stop in and take a look around. Also, see that speed limit sign? They mean it. There's like 4 small towns coming up through here, believe me. They make their money from, don't know what the beeping is. Make the money from the speeding tickets. Just press the button. Cute little town. So coming up on the left here is Manzanar. So that's internment camp, Japanese internment camp. Prison, really. But after Pearl Harbor, the American government was frightened that the Japanese would rebel. So things like that guard tower tell you it's really a prison. Internment camp is just nice. So again, if you're on the 395, a lot of history on this road. i395.com and check out the history. That is I-395 was Independence. They've already said 35, so we're going to do that. This is got the courthouse in here for the county in Independence, but it's another tiny little town. Well, so far, easy drive. We've been on cruise control, apart from the little towns. I think I've been on cruise control for 2.5 hours. You just slow down for the towns. Okay, coming into Bishop now. Outside temperature 96. So all the roads are open, so that takes you over to Yosemite there on the 120. So here's your hot 395 tip. There's the Indian reservations up here, and the diesel here is like 35 cents cheaper than anywhere else because you're not paying as much tax on it because it's Indian. Well, that's just about the top. We just cruised up nice and easy, 50 miles an hour. Well, there we go. So that was the big pull up the hill. We're about 7,000 feet elevation now. We just cruised up nice and easy, 50 miles an hour, and just chugged up the hill. Okay, coming into Mammoth on the left there with a little bit of snow in that saddle, that's Mammoth. You can see all the ski runs on there. Okay, we made it. It is 76 degrees up here. So we're just doing check-in right now. Sachi's inside. Okay, Sachi's in there getting ready to check in. Little office. Well, Sachi's third in line. Okay, so we got dinner. Onions and mushrooms cooking here. Corn. Got our nice new oven. We got the tunes rocking. We've got wine ready for dinner. Then we've got tunes in the kitchen. We got tunes in the kitchen. And I got the Blackstone going tonight. It's going to up it a little bit. Got a little weight on the steak there just to make sure it gets a really nice sear. We got big steak, onions, mushrooms, potatoes as well. We got potatoes coming as well, baked potatoes. So it's going to be it's a feast. But this is our spot here up at the RV campground site in Mammoth. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to record the Kiss the Cook. But look at this. Look at that. Not too shabby, huh? For a camping meal. No, we just moved our apartment, didn't we, sweetheart?
Yes. We always do, don't we?
We just moved our apartment from LA to Mammoth, but what a beautiful dinner. Let's get tucked in. So tonight we're going to have beef ribs. We're going to slow cook them in the Instant Pot all day while we're fishing, and then we'll come home and have ribs. So here's my short ribs. I'm just doing it on the Blackstone right now to brown them. I'll get the brown, then I'll hand them off to Sach, and we'll put them in the Instant Pot, and we'll have dinner when we get home. Kind of nice. So pretty, huh? Look at that. Up to Lake George. It's a kind of a fun start. The parking lot was busy. So we pull in, and this chap says, hey, there's a spot right next to me, and they're getting ready to go. And so I pull right in. Next thing you know, we say, oh, we're wearing the same shirt. He's got his kids, and they're going to TJ Lake, and we're going to TJ Lake, so we'll see them up there. So it's kind of a nice start. So we're at about 8,500, 9,000 feet right now. We'll be hiking up to 10. So I think it's going to be a good push. So Lake George, not too big, a little lake really. And there's Crystal Crag at the top. You can climb that. But absolutely gorgeous. We haven't been to the Sierras for a while, and this is stunning. All right, Lake George Trail, up at Barrett. And then again, this beautiful Lake George. Definitely feeling the altitude. We haven't gone that far. It's kind of steep, but you know, 9,000 feet plus, and we live at 800 feet. So, bit of a shock to the body right now. So we just crested the trail here. First lake. I think this one is Barrett Lake. That doesn't suck. Absolutely glorious. So we're just taking the trail around the lake. We've got the wind in our face here, so I'm thinking we hike to the other side of the lake there, where we'll have the wind at our backs a little. It'll be more comfortable to sit, but also easier to cast and fish without the wind being right in your face. That's all. Doesn't matter. Okay, choice one. We're gonna stop here. We've got this little beach right here, and we'll get a line wet. See, it's our first time at this lake, as I mentioned earlier, but look at that. There's still little bits of snow left up in the crags up there. So we haven't had much luck catching, but we're messing around having fun fishing. Okay, Lake 1, TJ Lake today, no good. That's alright. Good shakeout, we haven't done this forever. So now we'll probably just go back to George unless we see anything in Barrett Lake. Okay, we're now on the Lake George trail. Look how pretty these little flowers growing in the middle of nowhere. So a little tight down in here, but nice. And there's folks that have come over on the boats and fishing. Yay! Okay, so we're back at the RV. Don't know, did I film the RV yet? So there's our setup here. It's nice, it's power and water. So we've got the awning out, it's a beautiful day. Got a nice little kitchen, we've got the black stone. So we're slow cooking short ribs, and I browned them all on the black stone this morning. And here's the short ribs cooking. So they've been going all day, look. So we just came home and tasted it, and it needed a little bit of salt. So Satch went and got the salt shaker and started shaking, and the lid came off. So it was a mad rush to save the food. So I got most of the big pieces of salt, so it's a little salty now, but hey, it's not too bad. But kind of a funny end to a interesting day we've had today. So now we're looking at what we're going to do tomorrow. So we're going to crash back here for a little bit, and I think we might go out to Heart Lake tomorrow. We'll take a look in the morning, but absolutely glorious here. So while we were fishing today, we had the slow cooker on, and we had short ribs, and we just made some polenta. So while you're fishing, you can come home to a meal like this. We'll test it out. I'm sure it's as amazing.